all he needed to do.
But see, that's what you want more flights. Leave it alone, man.
It's gone now. It's gone now.
Even Kanye apologized 3 times.
That's right.
Well, how much is enough?
That seems to be the question.
I'm sorry, Steve.
It's Serena Williams. Yeah, right.
Well, that's a whole other level. But that really wasn't an apology, I think, when you actually look at what she said. She said, you're still wrong, but I shouldn't have done what I did.
Right.
Maybe that's Congress's take. I don't know. I still don't agree with you, but, you know, we did what we did. Listen, you mentioned Eleanor Holmes Norton. She actually had a town hall meeting last night that was probably the most civil one that we have seen. Obviously, this is still a heated debate, though, on many levels, but maybe now we're finally starting to get to the point where we can start to get to some of the questions answered and not just, the posturing back and forth.
Well, I mean, I think now you're starting to see that the president and the Democrats are now backing off on the public option. And I think, and we've said this all along, that there are a lot of things that the Republicans and Democrats agree on. It's just government takeover of health care is one of the things that they don't. And a lot of America doesn't. So maybe we will get a better dialogue.
And there is not going to be any government takeover of healthcare. I'm not sure there ever was going to be. But, it was interesting. Eleanor Holmes Norton did a brilliant thing. She brought people in who told their specific stories, who talked about their problems, and it was really quite wrenching. And it was very civil. And I think, look, right now what the president has to do is what he started to do with that speech. He has got to take control of this process. He has got to be up there with the bill. This is not going to happen unless he does that.
You're right. It was a big mistake for him to just let it go like he did for so long.
Everybody said big mistake for the Clintons to put together a bill and not consult Congress. I think you're right, though. I think that once things looked like they were not coming together in the summer, and look, we can all do woulda, shoulda, coulda, but the point is now he's going to engage in this process, and I think we're going to have a bill before the end of the year.
Yeah, he probably will something.
And
you'll get something.
Thank you.
And then you can run around and do that.
You did just say you agreed with Jim, too.
That's right.
I didn't let that slip through there. Hey, listen, we already talked about Joe Wilson and Serena Williams. Peter, those were actually your bonehead picks of the week. We mentioned that. So, Jim, let's just cut forward and get to your bonehead picks of the week because we want to talk about this as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nancy Pelosi being forced to do all this thing and push the Democrats and push the House to have a resolution against Joe Wilson, that's not what Congress is about. We're supposed to be fixing problems. We're not supposed to be, reprimanding people who's already apologized. He's sorry. You're right. Maybe he should apologize 100 times. It'll make all the Democrats happy, and then we can move on with
And Harry Reid?
And Harry Reid? Well, Harry Reid called the president a liar last year and didn't apologize. I mean, my God, there's another bonehead you have. I mean, he called him a liar, and then he came back and said, I'm not going to apologize. The president's a liar, the president's a liar, the president's a liar. Come on, enough of this. Why do we have to keep calling each other names,
look,
Peter?
fine. I
agree with you.
Okay, we've beaten that dead horse. Here's where I'm coming from on this. I think the Republicans owe it to the American people to come up with their own alternative on health care. I think they owe it to the American people to come up with an alternative on saving our energy. I think they owe it to the American people to come up with serious proposals. Look, they were in charge for 8 years. We're in this mess. Let's work constructively. But one of the things I think that's a problem with this is that the Republicans, especially on health care, have sat back and say, oh, this is going to be his Waterloo. We're going to beat him on this. He's going to get pummeled. We're going to win elections.
Peter,
so let's move.
Peter.
How about that? You and I can come up with an idea.
Peter, how about that? I agree. Senators Tom Coburn and Lindsey Graham have a health care proposal. It's been out there since January. Has it heard anything? Has it gotten to the floor? Has there been a debate on it?
Have any Republicans come around and supported it?
Sure, there's been a lot of Republican support. So, they have ideas.
This has been debated at length. Will continue to be debated at length. Quickly, Harry Reid also saying that Congress may just work through the next break. Agree or disagree?
Absolutely. Why not? Get going. They ought to accomplish something.
Yeah, they ought to. I mean, that's the easiest job in Washington. 3 days on and 4 days off. I mean,
Congress's approval rating right now under 30%. So maybe the American public says, let's keep on working. I can't do it without your brilliance. Very quickly, your brilliant pick of the week.
Look, I have to say, Carl Levin, when he went outside the box and criticized the Afghanistan situation, I think there's a real serious problem there. We got a journal calling for more troops. We got folks saying, whoa, wait a minute, are we winning this thing? I think we need a real debate on Afghanistan where we should go. And thank you, Carl Levin.
Levin saying, let's train more Afghanistan soldiers. Jim, your pick?
The two young filmmakers who went into the Acorn offices posing as a pimp and a prostitute, and Acorn told them how to cheat on the taxes. I mean, you could see immediately the U.S. Senate is trying to defund them and taking away their federal funds. I mean, where's the press here? You have to have two young actors go in and find out whether these guys are really defrauding the government. We don't want our tax dollars going to people to teach them how to cheat on their taxes.
The vote was 86 to 40, and I think they're on your side.
I think that's right.
All right, brilliance and boneheads. We'll leave it there, guys. Jim, I know you had to deal with traffic out there on the Beltway this morning. It is